where they're describing for us this reaction that's taking place. Exactly what you're looking for. Right underneath this, you should see 3 big O sentences that are describing these reactions. We're going to do the first 2 for practice. All right. Take a second. Just read our first reaction. Whole big old word equation. The rule for working with these word equations is that every single word has some type of meaning. It corresponds to one of the symbols we just saw a second ago. If you'll take your packet and butterfly it, so you can see page 16 and 17. When you butterfly your packet, it'll be used to these 2 symbols. So we're going to annotate every single word in this big old sentence. So first is when heated. Find the symbol for heated.
Triangle.
Put your finger on it. Find the symbol for heated. Christian gave you up to
Yeah.
Oh class, what is that symbol for heated?
Triangle.
It is that triangle. Please go ahead and annotate that word on top of heated. Next up is solid. What is the symbol for a solid? It is that S. Make sure it has parentheses, or I'm going to think you meant sulfur and are confused. How about magnesium? Mg. Very nice. Reacts with one of our verbs. Don't say it, just find it. Find reacts with on the bottom where the verbs are. It's either a plus or an arrow. When you're ready, share it out. Is it a plus or an arrow?
Plus.
Love it. Reacts with the oxygen. We know oxygen. What's the symbol for oxygen?
Oh.
We're so good. I'm going to pause this. Whenever there are elements by themselves, it's important to check if they're diatomic. Is magnesium diatomic?
No.
No. Is oxygen diatomic?
Yes.
So when it's by itself, what happens? A little 2. We know the symbol for gas. What is the symbol for gas?
G.
G. With the parentheses.
So it's O2.
Do we have to put
Yes, because it is a diatomic. In the air, it's just doubling down on gas. Let's just put it again. To produce, another verb. Don't say it, just find it. To produce, one of our verbs on the bottom.
Triangle.
When you're ready, share out. What is it, a plus or an arrow?
Arrow.
Arrow, love it. The reaction happens right here. We know solid. What's solid again? Love it. Christian's like, I know it is in all the annotations. We know magnesium is Mg. We know oxygen is O. When they're together, have to cancel their charges. With your neighbors, take 20 seconds. Find their charges, cancel them, write that formula. We'll call somebody in 20 seconds. Canceling charges for magnesium oxide. This should feel cute.
You're recording?
You're
Recording after.
Because the notes.
8.
Then why are you recording?
To have it recording. It's really okay. Once we finish the second. All right, division.
Vision.
I have these guys, division.
Vision.
All right, just share out magnesium oxide. Can we hear from? Brian, canceling our charges. What do we do? How come? What are the charges these guys? Love it. Magnesium is +2, -2, so it stays the same, which is very cute of them. Once you've done all these annotations, you've literally done 80% of the work. So it's important to have all this, you make sure you have all the symbols. Gentlemen. So now we're going to take all these annotations and actually write them as a chemical equation. We'll start with our first element is magnesium. It is a solid. It's reacting with the oxygen gas. I'm going to leave space here because we'll have to balance this in a second. And they are producing, again, leaving space, a magnesium oxide, which is solid. So we've turned all of these annotations, captured all of those symbols in our equation. This is also a good time to check. Have I forgotten any numbers?
No.
We should actually check. Have I forgotten any numbers anywhere?
No. Wait.
Okay, good to check. Have I forgotten any symbols?
No. Yes. No. Wait. 4.
I forgot a symbol. What did I forget? Triangle. I hate it. The triangle's weird. Where should the triangle go in my reaction? Is it a reactant? Is it part of the change? Is it a product?
Change.
The change. If I'm making a cake, but I don't turn the oven on, am I going to make a cake?
No.
No, I'm going to have like this weird cold mix of stuff that might taste good, but it's not a cake. This heat goes above the arrow. Because this reaction only happens if I'm heating up the stuff. No heat, no reaction. When this is a, no, wait. When this, Marco. When this is a free response question, there are 4 points. First point is for having these two formulas correct. 1 point for the product formula. 1 point for having all the symbols, all the places. And the last point is for our balancing. With your neighbors, take a minute. Balance this up. The sum of the coefficients is 5. Take a minute, we'll call somebody to share out their balancing. The sum is 5. Sum of the coefficients is 5. Okay, so listen up. And Gino, Dalton is gonna. There's your balancing range. Make sure you captured every symbol. You're missing some symbols. Beautiful.
I bet you remember because of the two. I'm like, oh my god.
That's what's balancing, guys. Let's check for elements. So about 30 more seconds to balance this. The sum is 5 when it's fully balanced. Whoa, Miss Pre-taught us the thing we need now. Careful, that 2 doesn't go there. Because they were plus 2 minus 2, so it just stays back. All right, to walk us through how many elements we have where, can we hear from? What do we got where?
1, 1, 2, 1. Yeah.
1, 2, 1. All right. So what do I want to fix first?
Huh?
What do I want to fix first?
The 2.
Okay. Where do I need a 2? Love it. I put a 2 here. It doubles this whole thing. So how many MGs are there, Christian?
2.
2. And then how many O's?
2.
Beautiful. So the O is good. MG is not messed up. So what number should I put here? 2. So now I have 2 magnesiums. If I'm going to put a number, what number should I put here?
1.
1. Love it. Giving us a sum of 5. If you had this big beautiful check mark, feel good about it. I'm going to keep this here with your neighbors. Take 1 minute to give me all the symbols on that second question. Tungsten is in the D block. It is number 74. Take a minute with your neighbors to annotate every single word in that second example. Tungsten is 74 in the D block. It's one we don't see very often. Has a weird symbol because Latin.
Oh my God.
Almost. That's not 5. Straight up B would be 5. Oh no. Very system. Looks like you don't have. So then why don't you work on this one? It's not quite the same as what, it's like similar. How did you feel in balancing?
Oh my God.
So this one first. People are like, oh God, miss, Roman numeral. It's been so long. But no.
What's the Roman numeral?
Hold on a second.
What is the symbol for
W. 74 in the D block. All right, division.
Division.
All right, we're gonna call 2 folks. First person for the first half, all the way to the word gas. Can we hear from? Jacob, from the beginning all the way to gas. All my symbols. What do we got?
Triangle.
Love it.
S W plus O. That line. Don't to the triangle.
Arrow.
Arrow.
No, so we're just going to gas. So then gas gets it. In parentheses. And then we have 2 elements by themselves. Are either of these elements diatomic, Jacob?
Yeah.
Which one? What's it need? Whenever it's by itself, gets that little 2. Love it. So far, so good. For the back half, can we hear from? Gabriel, all my annotations from to produce to the end.
Oh.
Which one? Sort of. So this is WO. A lot of folks get this wrong. If it comes before, it's
5,
4. If it comes after,
6.
it's 6. So this is a +6. What's the charge of oxygen, Gabriel? So then how many oxygens do I get here? 3. If you got all of this, so far so good, big beautiful check mark, feel good about it. We're now going to turn it into a real reaction. Again, leaving space for balancing, I have my solid tungsten reacting with diatomic oxygen gas to produce that tungsten oxide solid hunk O stuff. Did I forget any numbers?
No.
Okay, did I leave any symbols behind?
Yes.
Oh no, what goes where?
The
The
triangle.
I'm trying to play you. You didn't let me play you. So good. All right, with your neighbors, go ahead and balance this reaction off. The sum is 7. When it's fully balanced, the sum is 7. When it's fully balanced, your sum is 7. Okay, many folks used to counting up with it on the left side, right side. Awesome. Can you go big, ready to work on either page 19 or 20? Which one is yours? So let's start for elements, see what we got. So I should see the symbols look good, we should see the whole equation. Written like an equation. Yeah, that's it, very nice. Almost. So the oxygen balance is great, but when I put the 2 here, it changes the. Okay. 7. All right, to walk us through our balancing, can we hear from? Alonzo, walk us through. How many elements do we have where?
So then be 1,
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3,
What do you want to fix first? Left side, right side?
left side.
Okay, what number should go here? Well, 2 and 3 can both become.
1,
2 and 3 can both become.
6,
So then what should go here?
6.
So 6 times 2 is 6?
Oh, 3.
3 goes here. So I have 6 right here. So now what should go right here? This would be 6. And that doubles the whole thing, right? So both these guys change. So now how many W's do I have here?
How many?
How many W's do we have here?
2W.
And then oxygen?
She has 6.
So then, last bit, how do I fix it? So then our sum is 7. If you had the same thing, big beautiful check mark, feel really good about it. I'm gonna keep this up here. You have a choice for your practice. Flip on over, either page 19 or 20. 19 is a little easier if you're like, whoa, miss, writing formulas and balancing equations is terrible. Oh God, you want 19. Oh, you're like, nah, miss, let's go. Choice is yours. Take it away.
What if I want to do neither?
How do we lose sports?
1 second.